What's up, everybody? E-Money1398 coming at you with some Battlefield 3 gameplay in the background. Today we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 4 versus the Xbox One, in my personal opinion about both of them. So we're going to start out with the Xbox One, because that's the main one that everyone talks about, especially since they reversed everything that they said they were going to do. So, I like the old way, I like the 360 way, the way they've gone, though I would have liked to seen some of the things they had. Obviously the DMR was a big killer for almost anyone who lived outside of the US, and even people in the US, due to just things that could go wrong with the whole entire idea. Though, I like how they went back to the discs. I like how they, decided just to update the Xbox, but the only thing that I don't like about it, well, there's many things that I don't like about it, but the big one that sticks out to me is that the Kinect has to be plugged in every day, and it has to be always plugged in, never can be unplugged. It can be turned off during games, but it has to stay plugged in. I personally didn't like the first generation of the Kinect. I bought one with my Xbox, being a PlayStation 3 owner before that, and I sold that thing. It was terrible. I did not enjoy it at all.
Heavy armor. He's a big fucker.
Mainly, I would really like to get a PlayStation 4 simply because of price, and also the amount of work that they've put into their system is outstanding. The only thing that could possibly change for me is that I'm getting a new computer for all this type of equipment and software that I'm going to be running, and it all depends on how well the PlayStation 4 does with it. And if I have to, I'll get an Xbox One, depending on everything and how it goes down. Though the Xbox has really no good launch titles for exclusives. I mean, you always have like the Grand Theft Auto, you always have the Call of Duty, you always have the Battlefields, you always have those big names that are always across the board, always going multi-platform. But personally, I think Xbox made a huge mistake because they basically shunned every single person away from their system, so no one wants to make anything for it. No one wants to see another Halo, no one wants to see another Gears, or at least I don't want to see anything like that. I would have liked to have seen maybe a new company actually come in and create something totally unusual that you would never see out of plain sight. Just like PlayStation did. They allowed the indie games, they allowed the arcade games, they allowed self-publishing, they allowed almost everything that the Xbox 360 does today. They are game-centric, and that is what a console is made for, being game-centric, not for being a home entertainment TV remote that you can voice control. That is not the next step in the generation of consoles. That is just a big smear on their company's name, because they just tried to give us some piece of crap then said, oh, you'll buy it anyways. I don't like it. I don't want to see that stuff. I'm glad they got rid of that type of idea, and now they're going back to the old way, which is basically what we all wanted, and it's nothing we can really do about it. It's the way it is now, and it'll probably stay that way because they don't want to be out thousands and thousands of dollars because they couldn't get any pre-sales, they couldn't get any pre-orders, they couldn't get anybody to buy their system because nobody liked their ideas or the way they presented them. Because overall, I think they had the right idea. They basically just built you a PC, Steam PC, somewhat like that, with the DMR and all that stuff. I mean, it would be a big step into the future, but I don't think consoles are made for being consoles, and PCs are made for being PCs. Now you guys can fight about it all you want. PC best master race, consoles for the win, Xbox this way, PlayStation is the best, suck at Xbox. I really don't care. I'm just gonna buy the best console there is. And as of right now, it could go either way, but PlayStation 3 has the better specs overall. I basically own every single system that's in the current generation now. The Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 3. I got rid of my Wii back when it first came out because I didn't like it, my family didn't like it, nobody really wanted it anymore, and ended up just selling that. Never bought a Wii U though. The Wii U, I saw it being played with, I just don't like it personally. I don't like the screen inside of being the controller. I think that's a very dumb idea. But then again, it is also centered on children for that type of gaming because they're like the first step into gaming. You go from the Nintendo to either Sony or Xbox or PC or whatever. And basically, my personal thoughts on all the new stuff that's coming out is that Xbox is $100 more for the same exact thing as a PlayStation 4, except that it has a remote control for your television. A voice control remote for your television. That's all it is. E-Money 1398, signing off.